The following is an exclusive presentation of Videotape Systems. And now, a VTS special presentation. And now, VTS brings the world to you with the 1982 World's Fair from Knoxville, Tennessee. In the next 3 hours, VTS will take you on a tour of the fair to show the customs and technologies of many lands. The theme of Expo 82 is Energy Turns the World. Energy touches every aspect of life, whether it is in the production of food or the manufacture of products. Expo 82, by giving a new understanding of energy, its wiser use and more efficient production, can help promote new and higher standards of life in less developed countries while maintaining high standards in nations that now enjoy them. Now first, let's visit the center of this 72-acre site, the U.S. Pavilion, a 5-level exhibit costing $12.4 million. Here you can find 33 talk-back computers to pursue various subjects on energy with information carefully screened and edited from over 400 industrial films. This new process was made possible by Sony of America's Laserdiscs, the software of Apple Computer Incorporated, and touch-sensitive screens of Elo Graphics Incorporated of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. From the U.S. Pavilion and almost every area of the fair, you can see the 266-foot sun sphere glistening in the sunlight. Below the sun sphere is this turbine using curved rotor blades made of aluminum attached to a rotating vertical tower which allows it to accept wind from any direction. A motor base is used to start the turbine, and the wind keeps it going. In this way, and many others, aluminum can perform many energy-saving functions. With its recyclability, aluminum can be used repeatedly, saving 95% of the energy otherwise needed to make new metal from ore. Aluminum is used in many cars and trucks to save fuel. It clads many skyscrapers and keeps beverages and helps preserve foods. Here in the U.S. Pavilion, you can talk and shake hands with robots and see detailed video displays of energy production including coal, oil, natural gas, nuclear power, hydropower, biomass, geothermal, solar, and other forms of energy such as wind power. You can see tools and artifacts from each of these industries and even enter a transparent house to examine energy-conserving features that can be added to existing homes. The pavilion also provides a look at the history of America's changing roles of energy resources since the 19th century. Seen here is enough computer wizardry to fascinate both the serious student of energy and the inquisitive child. Additionally, at the U.S. Pavilion, you can see the fabulous IMAX Theater with a $1.2 million film shown on a screen 65 feet wide and 90 feet high. From the U.S. Pavilion, we take another glance at the Sun Sphere, and then it's off to the AEEE, the American Electric Energy Exhibit. The theme is Electric Energy, Key to a Better Future, and it focuses on ways utilities are working to meet the needs for increased amounts of electricity in the future. Nuclear energy, of course, plays a big part in this exhibit, and various displays tell you about it, like this one about high-temperature gas-cooled reactors, HTGRs.
The Fort St. Vrain plant on the System of Public Service Company of Colorado is now demonstrating the advantages of the HTGR on a larger scale. A still larger HTGR plant is necessary to bridge the technological and institutional gap between Fort St. Vrain and the needed commercial HTGR industry.
The American Electric Energy exhibit is sponsored by the Breeder Reactor Corporation, a nonprofit organization of 753 utilities throughout the nation. Also featured is a model of the plant and a description of the way in which a breeder generates electric power while producing more fuel than it consumes. There are also futuristic exhibits, displays of products and services consumers can use today, and other developments for home, office, and industry. Now, just outside the AEEE is the power of the fair from the Knoxville Utilities Board. Well, you know, the World's Fair is a big place, but you can always keep track of where you are with the information booths located throughout the fairgrounds. Throughout the 72 acres of the 1982 World's Fair, 19 different nations are represented in the international pavilions. These pavilions, with pictures, films, slides, artifacts, and video extravaganzas, exhibit their progress in their use and conservation of energy, their customs, and their technologies. Some nations, such as Korea, actually bring structures to the fair. And others, like Saudi Arabia, actually bring a strip of their homeland so that you can see it. And you also get to taste food from other nations. But now, let's listen to more on energy from the Tennessee Gas Association.
My name is Sherry, and on behalf of our Tennessee Gas Association, I'd like to welcome all of you to our Gas Energy Pavilion. Let's start out with short facts to see what y'all remember from school. How many of you can name the three states of matter? First, there's solids, there's liquids, and what else? Gas, that's right. He knows it's gas, and it's important solids I'll tell you about today. But before we begin all that, let's enjoy this view today. Take a deep breath. That's a good example of how we use a mixture of gases called air to keep us alive. We can use gas to make beautiful music on our calliope here. Oh, well, sometimes it's more beautiful than others. But what I really want to tell you about is a special kind of gas called natural gas that we pump from the ground and we burn. You know that half of you out there have gas. Yeah. I mean, in your houses, of course. Use that gas to heat your home or cool your home, cook your food. And because this gas will burn, we call it a fuel. But it's not just any kind of fuel, it's a fossil fuel. What's a fossil fuel, you ask? And that's a good question. You see, millions of years ago, our whole Earth was covered with plants like this one, and animals like the Daphne, the dinosaur here. Well, eventually they died and were buried and compressed into the ground, eventually forming gas and two other fossil fuels, coal and oil. Of these three fossil fuels, which do you think America produces the most of today? It's gas. Gas is America's #1 domestic energy source. Now you may be wondering just what natural gas is anyway. Well, it's basically methane. And that's a simple molecule made out of carbon and hydrogen. The good thing about methane is that we don't have to sit around for millions of years like old Daphne here to wait for it to form naturally. We can make it ourselves. We can make it using coal, we can use plants, or we can even use garbage. And we call this a synthetic gas. Now you are out there getting smarter by the minute. I can read it in your eyes. You know what gas is and you know where it is. But when it absolutely, positively has to be in your house overnight, how's it going to get there? Well, we thought about it, and no, Federal Express wouldn't work. Can't send gas by Federal Express. And railroad cars like they use for coal, that wouldn't work either. So how about barrels like they use to ship oil in? Well, I got my barrel. All I need now is a volunteer to help me show how efficient it works. Come on up here, ma'am. Make a start affair. Join me right here. What's your name? Christine? Where you from? California, you're a long way from home, aren't you? What I want you to do for me, Christine, is grab the handle on the lid of that barrel, take off the lid and check out, see how our gas is doing there. You see, oh no! Uh-oh, we got a problem. It looks like if we had the slightest leak in our barrel, if we just wanted to check out and see how our gas was doing in that barrel, gas might just ease on out in the air and be almost impossible to get it back. Think that's right? Think we need a better solution? Yeah, I do too. Let's all thank Christine for helping us figure out. Barrel's not very efficient. Well, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, this barrel isn't a good idea, and the gas industry realized that too. They came up with a better idea called an underground pipeline. These underground pipelines are practically everywhere you go. They're right beneath your feet, so you probably don't even see them. In fact, most of you right now are standing over an underground pipeline that's taking gas to our pavilion for our air conditioning, that sweet, cool air conditioning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you enter our pavilion, you'll be introduced to this million-mile pipeline. You get to walk through an actual model of the pipeline with the laser surrounding you. You'll even get to play our new video game called Gas Strikes. So, ladies and gentlemen, old Daphne here, and I would love to welcome like to invite you to take a step into our pavilion for this exciting world of guessing review awaits each and every one of you. Thanks, everybody.
Stay with us. Coming up next, we've got some live entertainment from the 1982 World's Fair. And now back to more of this special videotape systems presentation of the 1982 World's Fair. The 1982 World's Fair is full of surprises, too, like this exhibit from Budweiser. And there's entertainment everywhere. The creative energy of people around the world brings to Expo 82 a dazzling array of entertainment unmatched in any other site in the world this year. And now, with this lively, spirited, inspiring musical show for people of all ages, here's the internationally acclaimed Up with People.
Some got a load on their backs. Kellogg, and I come from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we'd like to welcome you to a special performance of Up With People, made possible by General Electric for the 1982 World's Fair. Now, Up With People is a nonprofit international educational program, and this is one of 7 casts, totaling about 500 students from about 24 different countries, traveling this year in North America, South America, and Europe. And we'd like to say that we're really glad to be here in Knoxville, Tennessee for this historic event. Now, this is the World's Fair, and we have people who come from many different places from around the globe, such as Canada, Sweden, Indonesia, Denmark, and a lot of other places too. You've heard it said here at the fair that energy turns the world. And when you get right down to it, people are the key to that energy. And what we'd like you to do is to help us get the show going up right by generating some power by putting our hands together. Let's go!
General Electric for giving us this opportunity to perform here at the 1982 World's Fair.
Everybody's hoping that tomorrow's gonna dawn a little brighter than today. Even when the weather's changing and the signs don't point that way. There's so much more we need in the struggle to survive. Things like peace and freedom, or just sleeping at night with an easy mind. I have a dream and it may be wild. It's something every child will share. Some of the good things of life. Yeah, I have a dream and it may be wild. It's something every child will share. Some of the good things of life. I may be naive believing that if I don't, I know I better let somebody down. If we could get together, there will be enough good things to go around. I some of our old friends, Uncle Victor and Auntie Ola. Uncle Victor, Auntie Ola were as old as time. They used to have an old Victrola, the one you had to ride. We tried to use it to play rap music, but it wouldn't play 33s. They said, just wait, we got 78s. Kids, take a listen to these. 8 sweet, 300 down the street. Now every day, confidence you can see just what kind of Well, you know, they must have played this every record they had. But it was getting late, and I said to Uncle Victor in a loud voice, because he was a little hard of hearing, "Thanks a lot, Uncle Victor, for playing us your records, but we've got to go now and do our thing." And Uncle Victor said, "What's that you say, Sonny? You say you want to hear some swing? Hit it all up!" And it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It makes no difference if it's real or hot. Just hear that rhythm, everything is right. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. if we sing a song of peace. Sing a song of peace.
Denmark. Hi, my name is Inge Lise and I'm from Denmark. There will be 5 other cast of other people, and this year we will travel through Mexico, Canada, United States, Western Europe and South America. And we would like to do some songs and dances in honor of the nations of the world, because each one is unique and has something special to contribute to the future of the human family. We don't have time to do a number for all the 150 countries, so we will just take you to a few of the places of the people has been, with the first stop in Mexico.
Girl
the French-speaking part of Belgium. This is an old Flemish song, and we need your help to do it just like they do back in Belgium. All you have to do is link arms and sway from side to side. So how about trying it with us? Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Go, 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 free. Go, 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 free.
Well, you've been seeing it throughout the show, the Sun Sphere. And now it's time to take a trip to the observation platform to see a bird's eye view of Expo 82. The Sun Sphere rises 266 feet above the fairgrounds. The glass contains reflective 24-karat gold dust. From this $4 million structure designed by Community Tectonics Incorporated and constructed by Rentenbach Engineering Company, the beauty of Knoxville and the World's Fair is just a glance away. The Sun Sphere, containing a VIP restaurant on the second level, the Sun Sphere restaurant on the third and fourth levels, and the observation platform on the fifth level, is 74 feet in diameter and is the first spherical structure in the United States. As the theme structure of the 1982 World's Fair, the Sun Sphere has been designed as a monument to the sun, the source of all energy. The height of 266 feet was chosen because it affords a total panoramic view of the fairgrounds and the city of Knoxville. This exact height is a result of careful studies using photography and hot air balloons. There are also displays here in the Sun Sphere, such as this electronic harp on the observation platform of the Sun Sphere. As we come down from the Sun Sphere, we're going to take a break, but we'll be right back with a look at the Lifestyle and Technology Center right here on the videotape special of Expo 82. And now let's take a look at the Lifestyle and Technology Center at the 1982 World's Fair. Here's Farm Best milk, milk that does not have to be refrigerated, making its debut at Expo 82. The space age comes into our homes and offices every day through the technology of telecommunications and ComSat Communications Satellite Corporation, changing the way the world communicates. And here's a trip to an oil well. Here you can inspect equipment actually used in oil exploration and production. And you can see working models of an oil drilling rig and an oil field production pump. This U.S. Steel exhibit occupies about 2,500 square feet of the Lifestyle and Technology Center, and the theme is Equipping Energy Industries Worldwide. Perhaps more than any industry, automobile manufacturers have felt the impact of inflated energy costs. Through its exhibit theme, Energy Technology, Ford Motor Company demonstrates the major technological advances which endorse conservation while passing along savings to the consumer. Seen here is the official car of the 1982 World's Fair, the Ford Escort. And here's the AFV, Alternative Fuel Vehicle, capable of operating on natural gas or methane. Shown here is the Control Data Corporation displaying the uses of computers. And now, off to NASA, and a special feature on the Space Shuttle. Due to poor sound quality, the audio has been overdubbed for clarification. Igniting our need to discover. Lifting us free of Earth's bonds. The Space Shuttle Columbia shows we make our dreams come true. The space shuttle leads the way as the best transportation to get to where we want to go, space, creating the space system. When we decided to build the space shuttle, we took the first steps, providing the vehicle to shuttle between the Earth and a future space station. The future is now. The next logical step is to build a space station. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration believes this country should establish a permanent U.S. presence in space. The Soviet Union made such a commitment with its Soviet series of space stations first launched in 1971. The United States took an important step with the space shuttle. Imagine American astronauts taking beams with them, creating structures, building in space. Today, we are learning how it is possible to construct our place in space. Astronauts are practicing with new tools and developing new skills needed to build the space station. Servicing the shuttle, maintaining and repairing spacecraft, conducting scientific experiments. The space station gives us a base. NASA is talking to and listening to the station's prospective climates in science, technology, commerce, and defense. By analyzing their future plans, the space station evolves efficiently to answer their needs. Today, our space stations are being visioned, studied, and explored. One concept is the space platform, a large science and power station operating in low Earth orbit. The platform is assembled by using the shuttle's remote manipulator system with crew assistance. Its purpose? To service orbiting spacecraft with power, data management, communications, thermal, and attitude control. The space operations setting, another concept with the space station, is designed for operating routinely in space, launching and servicing spacecraft in orbit, assembling large space structures. Helping to build is just one of the many chores to be performed by the teleoperator maneuvering system. It also can be equipped with graphics for retrieving satellites for service or repair. Basically, the TINAMAS is a free-flying space robot with television camera eyes. The United States Space Station, important for our nation's security, could serve as a command center in space. It's also a testbed for technology to find the precise uses the station offers national defense. We are moving into a new time, and our needs are still familiar. One, we need a parking place. This is for the orbital transfer vehicle. By launching the OTD from the space station instead of Earth, we save a lot of money, less distance, less fuel, and fewer transfer vehicles needed. The station expands our world, Earth up to lower Earth orbit, on up to geosynchronous orbit. These are steps to the stars. The space shuttle, the space station, the United States space system. here's the Gatorade exhibit, featuring their Gatorade car and special sports exhibits. And now, off to the circus.
It's 1925. The moon is rising and the circus is in town. On a field outside town, the giant tent has been raised. Mae Worth, the world's greatest bareback rider, is washing her hair. Emmett Kelly is applying his clown makeup, and circus workers are getting drunk. Well, just when it all seems real, the lights come on, and you realize the moon is a blue Fresno light, and the field is a huge table, and the circus employees are only inches tall. Amidst the talking computers, fake satellites, and transparent cars in the exhibit hall of the 1982 World's Fair, a piece of circus history comes alive every day for about 8,500 people. That's the number of people that stand in line every day to walk around the 64-foot-long recreation of Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus of the 1925-1938 era. It's a real tense circus, the kind held before it became convenient to hold circuses and coliseums. Working from a collection of over 250,000 photographs of Ringling Brothers circus equipment from the period he is seeking to recreate, Howard Tibbles assembled the pieces of the circus in his basement, working just a few hours after work each night. He started building this model in 1956, and seeing his decades of work displayed in one place is gratifying to Tibbles. Tibbles, who is on a 9-month leave from his job as executive vice president of Tibbles Flooring Company, has rented a house in South Knoxville and says he is spending as much as 92 hours a week at the exhibit. Tibbles hand-carved many of the human and animal figures, while others have been purchased from Europe and repainted. The figures are made of wood, ivory, or ceramics. To Tibbles, the most important consideration in recreating the circus is historical accuracy. If he can find a machine-made wagon wheel that looks like a miniature version of a wheel from a Ringling Brothers wagon in the early 30s, he will use it on a wagon. If he can't find a satisfactory wheel, he'll carve one out of maple. Now, some of the figurines represent real circus performers. For instance, Merle Evans, a famous Ringling Brothers band conductor, who Tibbles says has never missed a note or a performance in 19,000 performances, is depicted seated at a table in a wagon writing a letter. Tibbles refuses to discuss the dollar value of his circus and says that it is not insured. The circus exhibit is not finished just yet. The actual Ringling Brothers circus covered 34 acres, Tibbles says, and his circus, if it were full size, would only cover 11. Will he ever finish the circus? Sure, he says, if I live long enough.
Stay with us. When we return, we'll take a look at the People's Republic of China from the 1982 World's Fair. And now we return to a look at the 1982 World's Fair with this spectacular exhibit from the People's Republic of China. Yes, the government of China, which considers this to be China's first World's Fair participation ever, regards this pavilion as an unprecedented opportunity to establish a cultural dialogue between the people of China and the world. While reflecting China's exciting developments in energy, industry, consumer products, and the arts, the exhibit centers on China's rich history and its most valuable natural resource, the Chinese people. As we enter the Chinese pavilion, you see solar cells used to change the rays of the sun into electricity for various uses. Next, here's a couple pictures of Chinese power stations. And here's the equipment that's used at those power stations. Seen here are some of the vases and other beautiful artwork by the Chinese people. Within this pavilion are thousands of square feet of soapstone carvings, glazed glass, jade carvings, modern and antique porcelain, silk goods, miniature potted plants, furniture, tapestries, and items fashioned from pearls and clams. Here's a couple of Chinese pictures. And some fabulous ivory sculptures. Here you can see the intricate artwork of Chinese tapestries. Throughout the entire pavilion hang these Chinese lanterns. The lanterns help to set the mood for the exhibit. Here's some beautiful Chinese furniture. And you can get a couple of these creatures for $2,700. One of the highlights of this exhibit is an actual portion of the Great Wall of China. The wall was built around 250 BC and is about 1,500 miles long and wide enough at the top for 6 horses to walk across. The wall was built for the Chinese Emperor Qin Shi Huang to protect him and his empire from attack. He also had the people build these statues to represent each individual member of his troops. Additionally, he was proud of his horses, known as Qing Dynasty horses, and statues of them were also erected. Around 6,000 statues were made to, according to Chinese legend, protect the emperor's tomb upon his death. These statues took 36 years to make and were just recently uncovered in early 1978 by Chinese peasants. Once again, we look at some more of the beautiful artwork by the Chinese people. see some stamps and stamp books from their national collection. And some beautiful Chinese lace. Here are some pictures of Chinese costumes worn during their celebrations. Here we see some more Chinese lamps and furniture. And here's some beautiful coral sculptures. And that concludes our trip to the People's Republic of China Pavilion. When we return to the 1982 World's Fair, we'll see an hour of entertainment from the Philippines next, right here on Videotape Systems. And now back to more of this BTS special from the 1982 World's Fair in Knoxville, Tennessee. Here on this hot July afternoon, people gather from all over the world just beside the Philippines Pavilion at the 1982 World's Fair. They're gathering to see a show of song and dance direct from the Philippines, and Videotape Systems is here to capture the entire show for you, which will give you an idea of the cultures and costumes of this country. So sit back and relax. For the next hour, here from the National Food Authority of the Philippines is the Sampaguita Cultural Troupe.
Our opening number is a song called Pilipinas, dressed in costumes from the different regions of the Philippine Islands, from the main island of Luzon in the north to Visayas in central Philippines and Mindanao south of the islands. The performers sing the song which extols the beauty of the islands and of its people. Pilipinas is a song about a country blessed and a loving people. Our opening number, Pilipinas. This is their opening number, a song called Pilipinas, which extols the beauty of the islands and of its people. This next song is a song which expresses one's pride in being a Filipino. And this particular song has recently been chosen by the Philippine government as the official theme song of our new republic. The song is called Ako Ay Pilipino, meaning I am a Filipino.
Sa Pilipinas na aking bayan, lantay na perlas ng silanganan, wari na tipo ng kayamanan ng may kapal. Bigay sa'king talino sa mabuti lang laan, sa aking katutubo ang maging mapagmahal. Ako ay Pilipino, ako ay Pilipino, isang bansa'y sangdiwa ang minimit ko. Sa bayan ko't bandila, laan buhay ko't diwa, ako'y Pilipino, Pilipinong totoo. Ako'y Pilipino, ako'y Pilipino, taas noon kahit kanino. Ang Pilipino ay ako.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take you to the mountain region north of the Philippine Islands with a song called Chua Ay. You know, the many indigenous tribes of the Philippines, among them the Igorots of Luzon, have their unique tribal cultures which survive even up to this day. Traditional methods like rice pounding are still widely practiced by both the mountain and lowland Filipinos. This next song is a rice pounding song called Chua. Well, this time we take you to the Spanish period in the Philippines with a dance we call Jota Moncadena. Well, this is a castanet-inspired Philippine folk dance from central Luzon Island, patterned after the Spanish Jota. The dancers are attired in the traditional Maria Clara costumes, which apparently bear the influence of almost 350 years of Spanish colonization of the Philippines. The dance called Jota Moncadena. That was a Spanish-inspired Philippine folk dance called Jota Moncadena. This time, we would like to sing to you about our national flower, the sampaguita. The white heavy flower, besides symbolizing the Filipino race, is often compared to a Filipino woman and is commonly used as adornment as well as a welcome lei for our visitors. The song, Sampaguita.
Ikaw ang mutyang bibig
That was a song about our national flower called the Sampaguita. This time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to sing to you a Filipino love song entitled Ikaw, which means you. This is a song which expresses one's innermost feelings about a loved one. You know the Filipinos are quite a romantic people, and this is one romantic song we call Ikaw. Before we go on with the program, let me first of all introduce to you the Sampaguita Cultural Troupe. Well, as you have known earlier, the Sampaguita Cultural Troupe is named after the Philippines' national flower called the Sampaguita. This is a non-professional performing group from the Philippines National Food Authority, which is a government agency charged with the task of food marketing and the promotion of the integrated development of the Philippine food industry. The group was organized sometime in August 1973 and started merely as a choral group to serve as the agency's goodwill and public relations arm and as our office contribution to the government's cultural development program. We have 14 members in the troupe, including our musical director and tour coordinator. And as for the 12 regular members of the group, singing and dancing for them would be some sort of an extracurricular activity. And way back in the Philippines, we conduct our rehearsals only after regular office hours. The troupe's public exposure includes performances in conventions, seminars and similar gatherings, radio and television programs, concerts of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, and many other centers of arts and culture in the country. The group has also been performing before state guests as well as visiting dignitaries and delegations coming into the Philippines. Last year, we undertook a goodwill tour of the ASEAN countries, namely Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, where we staged a series of performances there and appeared on Indonesian national television. We are currently in the USA on a 3-month goodwill tour upon the invitation of the U.S. Wheat Associates and the American Soybean Association, which are both trade partners of the Philippines National Food Authority. And we shall be performing in this pavilion twice a day up to July 15, after which we shall proceed to the various wheat and soybean states to serenade the farmers and perform before the local wheat and soybean councils as well as local Filipino communities in those particular areas. So right now we'd like to give you a dance whose influence dates back to about the 14th century when Arab missionaries arrived in Mindanao, south of the Philippine Islands, with a Muslim faith and culture. This Muslim dance is also known as Prince's Walk and features the artful use of the Muslim scarf. The dance is called Zaduratan. There was a Muslim dance known as Zaduratan. The musical background for that particular dance was provided by a musical instrument we call the kulintang, which is a complete set of Muslim brass gongs. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to give to you a Muslim song, also from Mindanao Island, which was originally a courtship dance from Sulu, found south of Mindanao Island. This Muslim song reveals how two lovers care for each other. Man tells woman that there is no peace in his mind whenever he is away from her. On the other hand, woman tells man that their being in two separate islands would not change her love for him. The Muslim song, Nothing Does.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give you another dance number called the Puracha. This is a courtship dance popular among the Ilocanos of the north and the Visayans of the central Philippines. In this dance, the lady tries to flirt with a man who is trying to win her love. In the end, the man succeeds in his mission.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to give you another dance originating some 300 years ago in Batangas in Luzon Island. This ceremonial worship dance is performed in homage to the Holy Cross. So this explains why the male dancers are in a stoop position almost all throughout the dance. The dance is called Subli. There is a ceremonial worship dance known as Subli. This time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to give you another Filipino song in the Visayan dialect this time. The Visayan dialect is one of the major dialects spoken in the Philippine Islands and is predominantly spoken in central Philippines known as the Visayas. This is a song called Itik Itik, which was also originally a folk dance from the Visayas. But this particular choreographed number, which imitates the movement of the itik or duckling, is arranged in both the traditional as well as contemporary rhythm. The song Itik Itik. Well, there was a modern version of a traditional Filipino song called Itik Itik. And as I told you earlier, Itik means duckling, so we might as well describe that particular number as a duckling doing the agogo. Ladies and gentlemen, the Filipino flair for celebration and fiestas is depicted in many Philippine songs and dances. And as in this particular song we call Pandanguhan, we tell you of the many activities held during a fiesta in the Philippines. And these activities include the dancing, the procession, the games, the food, the music, the brass bands, all in this song, Pandanguhan. Fiesta's celebration and merrymaking in the Philippines could never be complete without dances. Our next number, called the Tinikling, is the Philippines' national dance, which has become quite famous the world over. It uses the native bamboos clapped together in a progressing tempo, a measure of skill for the dancers. Here now, the world-famous Tinikling. Well, that was the Philippines' national dance we call the Tinikling. Well, for those of you in the audience who'd like to try their feet on the bamboo pose, you can stay after the show and we're very willing to give you some free dance lessons. So you've had a taste of Philippine music in song and dance. If you'd like to have a taste of Filipino food this time, we've got Filipino food patio down the stairs, right there. And I'm sure you'll be delighted to see what kind of Filipino delicacies they offer, like hot meals, tropical fruits and refreshments, and above all, we've got Filipino beer out there. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to come to the final portion of this program by giving you this very special package and surprise that we have prepared for you. Here's one song for the people of Tennessee. Yeah.